Okay, got everything set. Hello, hello. Welcome to Leap Taken. I'm Mika. This is Leap Taken, and this is my Witchy review. I'm doing a book haul. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Saturday. And if you are catching this on a replay, I totally get it because I don't see anybody here yet. I usually start an hour later, but I won't be available. And I really wanted to come on here because this is a great day. It's a full moon, and we have Halloween, Samhain coming up, and I thought, hey, I can't miss this weekend. It's too good to miss. There's too much that's going to be going on. There's too much energy. It's just too much. I had to come. So anyway, hello. Yesterday I hosted my Halloween / Samhain cocktail party. And that was fun. I was really dressed up. I had the whole shebang going on. That was a really fun experience. And I love witchcraft. I love being a witch, and I love kind of wearing my witchcraft out. I love being able to express myself as a witch. So like today I'm going to go someplace and I'm going to have this on. I have something else even more drapey on, but I'm a girl who loves pink and I have blue hair and I like to do all the things. I like to kind of represent myself a certain way as well. So anyway, one of my favorite things about being a witch. So couple things. If you've been watching, you'll notice that I've been putting out a video on Monday, Wednesday, and I've been doing my lives here on Saturday. So I've been thinking about this. Although I like doing the lives on Saturday, because it made sense with my schedule. Once upon a time, I used to do Friday lives, and I have been thinking about this. At first, I was like, well, maybe I'll just do an extra one, but I don't know if that makes any sense. So I think I'm just going to start going live on Fridays going forward because it's just easier for me and the way my life is set up right for now. I'd rather just kind of segment it and do it then. So yeah, anyway, so that's an upcoming thing. If you've recently watched my recent video where I'm talking about Magic is real, and it is, otherwise I've wasted my money buying these books and everything that I do, and I don't believe I've wasted anything. But the video, basically, I was kind of in this, like, I had this huge aha moment. It had really been going on for most of the day. And I realized just how well my spells have worked. And it didn't look like how I thought it would look exactly. But I got what I was really asking for. And the realization kind of just really struck me. I was doing the thing I was envisioning prior to. I was doing exactly, like that whole day had been right out of my head in my scripting book. So there's a video coming up where I'm going to help others kind of get to that point on sort of let's walk through that process. This is the perfect time to do it. So you'll kind of get two ways of doing it. So, in November, early November, I'm definitely want to focus on, or next week, I should say, focus on the whole vision board. I already showed like my vision board book and my vision board, but let's talk about scripting. Let's talk about, how might be the best way you can do scripting. I'm not really somebody who follows anybody's specific path or like I do what feels I have intuitive magic going on. I do what makes sense for me. I've reached out for help, through books. I might have taken a course or something like that, to better understand, because I always love to learn. However, when I apply all this information I've got from various sources, my intuition is the main guide. So I use that to kind of help me. So I'd like to help you do something similar. So I'm not trying to teach you the leap taken way or the Mika way. I want to share what I've done, and then you can look at that and say, you know what, that part might work for me, and then you can take it from there. So yeah, I want to really talk about that, and it'll be good for me too, because I can do, like I said, if you had a successful spell this way, and okay, let's try something else, see if we can get some more success. My goals, by the way, weren't, I don't want to say money, but it wasn't about just money, because you come in contact with money. Most of us work, or someone in the household probably works and takes care of us, right? If you're not working, money is coming in, but money is going out. So you can't just say, oh, I want this money. Like, do you want this money for this one time? Like, don't think like a 12-year-old, like, no, if I just have this money, like, okay, money comes and money goes. So do you want a lifestyle that you can spend and not have guilt around it? That doesn't mean this certain dollar figure. That means there's just money coming in and maybe a little less going out. Or if it's going out, it's immediately being replaced. But you got to be okay with that. And that might look like, instead of you not working at all, you might have a job, or you might create something that others want and want to pay for. But you got to be open to that. The universe is tricky. It's messy. Whenever I think about, like, it's beauty and messy at the same time. When I think about the universe, when I think about spirituality, most of us would love for everything to just be so clean and organized and right. But deep down, that's not the case. That's where I'm going to get to these books in a minute. But we know this is not the case. This is just on my heart to talk about it. This is not the case. We see people being assaulted. We see babies being assaulted. Some of us are victims of people, doing stuff to us and at our most vulnerable. And there was no justice. Some of us still have to talk and look across the table from an abuser. So there's no clean way of anything. And there's a reason for that, that these things seem to just kind of go on. Patriarchy, the European influence, globally speaking, which here in the Americas is definitely under the white supremacy. Now, when I say white supremacy, y'all know I'm not talking about white people walking around, all white people saying, I am part of the white supremacy. No, that's not what I'm talking about. It's a system. It's a system that we're all living under. Whether you choose to see it or choose to recognize it, that's on you. But I would say, if you are someone who is not white and male, because the patriarchy thing is they go hand in hand, you will see it and you will pick up on it. You might not think that's what it is. You might think these people are just really being unfair to me, or this person is just really being like backwards thinking. Oh, my dear, it's not just that person. It's the whole system in place. And that's why a lot of people are allowed to get away with things, is for that reason. But as I back away from this tangent, I'm going to get into these books, but I just want to say, perfection is not a real thing. However, there's moments that can feel almost perfect. There are experiences that we have that can feel as close to perfect. And I feel like that's where I'm at right now. And I'm feeling good, and I want to share it, how I got here. With that being said, I'm going to get into these books. So I have 6 books. All 5 were from Barnes Noble Hall, and then one from Five Below. Let's talk about this first one. I picked this, so I'm going to go over the Barnes Noble first. The Witch's Way to Wealth. The Every Witch's Guide to Making More Money Faster and Easier Than Ever by Jessie De Silva from the Millennial Money Witch. full disclosure, I don't know anything about this woman. The cover was giving me everything. I like her. She looked like a girl's girl. I don't know this, but I like it. And I'm just going to read the back here. Quick synopsis, if I can talk. Something magical is about to happen to your wallet. Tried everything to turn your finances around. Perhaps it's time to get witchy. The best witches know that using both science and magic, you can uncover the nature of money and manifestation, learn about money magic and how it's rooted in different and surprising scientific disciplines, and create your own action plan for changing your mindset, manifesting money, and living an authentic life with the financial success you deserve. From Jessie DeSilva, the intuitive mindset coach, dubbed the, quote, millennial money witch by Forbes, comes new, witchy, and intuitive practices to help manifest financial freedom. Using her 3 principles of magic, DeSilva combines business-savvy techniques with genuine witchy practices to give a much-needed how-to guide to making money. This magical book will teach you what money really is, how to manifest money in all things in life, magical methods and spells to controlling and expanding your wallet, how to budget like a witch, that the first step to financial comfort is peace, and more. So this sounds pretty good. It's over 400 pages, y'all. 400 pages. So y'all know I'm gonna do a review of this for sure. So let's see how this book is situated into 4 parts. The first part is the nature of money. Part 2 is how to manifest money. Part 3, how to keep money manifested. And part 4, how to manifest even more money. So this is happening. I will definitely have a full breakdown. And I don't think I'm just going to do a breakdown. I think I'll probably turn it into a whole thing where we do, depending on how I like it. Like, you know, I haven't read it yet, so I don't know. But if she's giving spells, maybe I'll do some of the spells and y'all can see, and I'll record myself doing that. That might be fun. So this is one. I'm very, very excited about reading this book. On to the next. I should have brought my water. Oh, my throat is dry. Oh, well, what you gonna do? I'm like, right now, is anybody else like, this is my coffee cup that, like, for the season, I love it. Well, I got a bunch of them, but I love this one from TJ Maxx. Let me tell you something. Right now, coffee, and I know this is a fall thing, like it changes seasons. Coffee is life right now. Like, I just love the taste of coffee. It could be decaf, like, I'm not tripping, but it's very acidic and I have to be very careful, but I love it. Let's get into the next book. The Psychic Workbook, A Beginner's Guide to Activities and Exercises to Unlock Your Psychic Abilities by Mystic Michaela. So we have this one. So let's get into what this book's about. It says, tap into your innate abilities. Here's an amazing fact. You are psychic. Born with the innate ability to perceive the world uniquely, you were always psychic. And with the Psychic Workbook, you can grow and fine-tune your power to experience the world in a whole new way. This guided workbook will help you unlock your psychic skills to their maximum potential. Inside, find 40 step-by-step activities designed to help you strengthen aspects of your abilities. To maintain your psychic growth, you can through the exercises, however many times you need, go through. Wait, what did I say? Let me read that sentence again. To maintain your psychic growth, you can go through, I skipped it. Go through the exercises however many times you need. You know what will probably help? Why am I playing with you and me? Why am I playing with both of us? I have wanted to try contacts, but I have that thing about like sticking myself in the eye. So I haven't done it. And I don't know if I ever will. I should be wearing eye drops. Since moving here being Arizona, I noticed my eyes are always red. So I was getting my eye exam and the doctor was like, yeah, you need to be applying drops. That's like it's basically an allergic thing or like allergies. I have extremely dry eyes. I said, but I don't feel like my eyes are dry. She's like, yeah, they are. That's why they're so red. Like there's no health issue. I'm thinking, oh my God, am I having some sort of problem? And she's like, no, you need these drops to moisturize your eyes. I still haven't gotten the drops because I'm secretly afraid, but we're going to move on. Maybe there's a spell for that. All right. So from opening your third eye to balancing your chakras to receiving messages from ancestral photos, you will be more in touch with yourself and the world around you than ever before. So let's see what the setup is here for this book. So looking at the table of contents, it says part 1, understanding your psychic abilities. Part 2 is the psychic workbook exercises. So is it just a 2? Okay, so let's go to the first activity, activity 1 in the workbooks, just so you can get an idea of what you might be in for. Remember, I got this at Barnes & Noble. So, hopefully it's not a lot. Oh, it's a lot to read, okay. Activity 1, open your third eye. All right, so we got a couple things here. How to open your third eye. Once ready, send gratitude to the space you're inhabiting and ask Spirit to give you a vision. My way, I'm most likely in my house. I'm going to call on the spirit of the home, my elemental friends, allies, ancestors, and spirit to help me. And I'll throw in some Hecate in there too. As you begin to see something, really focus your attention there. It could be a swirl of colors, a face, or even flashes of moving pictures and events you don't understand. Don't try to control this vision, just observe. Ask yourself, what are you seeing? And noticing details are good ways to remain separate from the vision and avoid to control it. Number 3, step 3. When you start feeling distracted, it's time for the activity to end. I agree, it is an issue. That's when I know we're done, because I'm already I start thinking about something. You will notice you will be able to do this activity for longer durations as you continue to practice. This is very true. I also know when I'm kind of, I let too much time go by when I'm not doing something. So if I don't have like a lot of clients, because currently, like I'm not always like in a back-to-back client situation where I'm doing readings and stuff like that. So if too much time goes by, you know, I got to do some practicing. I got to kind of like, that's when I'm literally doing stuff for free for people. Cause I'm like, come on, it's not for free. Cause you're getting something and I'm getting something. I need to do that. So I do things by myself and I need to work with somebody. So like, I usually like, get one of my kids involved, my sister, my friend, my mom, somebody, I don't know. I get them all pulled in. Hi, Gemstones. I'm just seeing your hi. Hey. And then 4, take notes about what you saw, either by writing or drawing. So, and then there's like a try it out. Follow the steps described to open your third eye. Record your answers to these questions to reflect on your experience. So there's several questions there, and they even give you a space to write it out. So this sounds interesting. I picked this up because I thought it sounded interesting. The exercises didn't seem, too like ridiculous. Manifest an intention exercise or activity 17. So that's a nice thing to be able to do. Tips for creating an intention. Well, that's good. I need to talk more about that myself. How to grow your intention. And then there's a try it out section. That's good to know because sometimes we talk about intent, but like I was saying before, sometimes we, in my opinion, some of us get a little turned around about the whole intention thing and what that really means, versus what happens, what your results are. Like I said, that's a different conversation. Next book, Signs and Symbols of the World. I own a correspondence book, but it's on my Kindle. And I did buy another book with correspondences in, actual physical book as well. But this was only $12, and I did I was in Barnes & Noble for a while doing a little shopping. I wanted to kind of just get lost in the process and really find something that was interesting for me to have. I don't want to waste my money, and two, to actually talk about. So this looked pretty interesting, and it was 12 bucks. So signs and symbols of the world, over 1001 visual signs explained. So let's talk about some sign and see what we can find. They have industrial engineer symbols in here as well, so you can understand what they mean. So it's like from the more mundane to music notes, and then animals, cicada. So we have here cicada, right, on this side. So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it says cicadas represent the cycle of birth/death/rebirth. Cicadas are members of a group known as periodic insects, defined as having a life cycle of a set number of years, anywhere from 2 to 17. Oh. Wherein all of the adults emerge simultaneously to mate and then die. The cicada spends most of its life underground in various larval forms, but emerges from the earth every 13 or 17 years, depending on the species, to complete its life cycle as an adult insect. Each emergence of the group of adults is called a brood. I did not know that. And I don't think I knew that level of detail about cicadas. Maybe I did. I feel like this is something I probably learned in school, but right now it seems like brand new information. Moving on to something else. Let me find modern gender symbols. So they have a section about modern gender symbols as well. And just, nothing, I'm not going to go through this whole thing. I just kind of want to point out what's in here. So if you're like, do I want to get that book? The term androgyne is derived from combining the Greek word for man, ander, A-N-D-R, with that for woman, gene. It is the noun version of the adjective androgynous, meaning exhibiting both male and female characteristics. The terms gender queer and gender neutral are sometimes preferred in current usage. Well, that's a nice little explanation that they gave. And they're like so here's the actual symbols, if you were curious about this. Hopefully you can see that. Isn't that interesting? I find it interesting. So like there's the transgender symbol. I feel like I've seen this, but I like having it all laid out for me. Because, if I was working like on some sigil stuff and I wanted to call in a certain type of energy, let's say you had an ancestor and you knew that they were, non-binary person, like, wouldn't it be nice to kind of call them and do that symbol for them? Like, I feel like that would be like super powerful to recognize that. Some of us are weird about this sort of stuff, even as witches, but like, if you want to cook some food and give them a cocktail or some liquor, why not do this? Why not, represent all of them? They have they call it the Wiccan sun wheel. I would prefer pagan, but whatever. I guess it is Wiccan in origin. The symbols for the holidays, okay. Transportation, blah, blah, blah. It's like all kinds of stuff in here. I like it. I like it. Anyway, keyboard click out is in a digital section. Of course, they have Celtic runes as well. So it's a little bit of everything. So kind of digging this book. The next one, the Witch of the Forest Guide to Natural Magic. Now, this book is from 2021. I know it's not brand new, but I don't own it, and it was $10. So I wanted to get it. And I think this book is so pretty. I love the purple, shiny, reflective letters on it. I love the book. I love this book. I love the way the book looks. I'm a sucker for packaging. This is the inside cover. Isn't this nice? First of all, you can definitely use this for the purposes of divining. Look at this. So there's a couple ways you can use this. You can use this. I would use this like a charm board, and where right in my face. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. So I have my homemade what I call. I think I first called them rings or dice, and I have all kinds of symbols on them, as you can tell. So I would probably like maybe take one of them or something and just throw it like throw it on here, see where it lands, to kind of use that type of divination as well, so you're getting what's on here and also maybe the symbols on here, or I could use all three, which I might try. So great, I was thinking of a charm board, right? But this is nice. So let's talk about Natural Magic. It was published in copyright 2021. So the contents, it's everything from Getting Started, The Wheel of the Year, The Moon Spells, Witchcraft in the Broom Closet, Sigils, Herbs, and Divination. So it's not a huge book. Oh my gosh, they even have it in the back. They even have it in the back. So it's full color, which I like. Look at that. I like a good book. Hopefully the information is really good here. Well, first off, I already see something that I like. It says, self-doubt can kill any spell. If you have doubts, it will work. But it probably won't. Wait, if you have doubts, it will work. It probably won't. What is wrong with me today? You cast a spell that was too big or complicated. So it's like a whole thing trying to figure out, like, I guess, what went wrong. Then it goes into type of spells and some of the imagery. Oh my God, I'm kind of in love with this. I kind of really, really, really like this book. Oh my gosh. And then spell crafting. See, I already know what's about to happen. I like this book. I love this book, actually. I love the illustrations. I may take some of these illustrations out and use them in my own book. Listen, I only got it for $10. I can rip it up if I want. And it'll be honestly better use that way, because sometimes I don't always go and read like these types of books like that. I mean, it's more like a reference book, but I may not come back to it after I first, referred to something in the book. Creating your sigil, so they show you how to do that. Isn't this cool? It's like, I love how this is done. The I am protected, and how you like this is exactly how I do it. But this just looks so cool the way they have it set up, in my opinion. I like the way this is presented, like a lot. So this actually looks like it has some good information in it. Look forward to that. Now, this is something I've been meaning to get my hands on. I heard this is kind of like, this author is the person for chaos magic, but this one. Really looking forward to reading this by Peter J. Carroll. So, an advanced course in the practice of chaos magic, written by one of its most respected practitioners in a newly revised and expanded edition. So I'm not familiar with any previous editions, and this was copyright this book in 2023. So Peter J. Carroll, renowned writer and practitioner of chaos magic, offers a remarkably clear presentation of the practice of chaos magic. His approach combines methods from shamanism, paganism, and chaos science. So Liber Chaos includes a selection of extremely powerful rituals and exercises for committed occultists. I like that, committed. Instructions that lead the reader through new concepts and practices of chaos magic. I am definitely going to do a review. I'm really like this one, and let me tell you, I'm really excited. I'll probably get to this first because it's shorter, but I'm really, really looking forward to talking about this and reading it. I'm dying to get into this. And then a magical training course for the individual or for groups with details of the author's magical order, instructions for carrying out the essential rituals of chaos magic, and a fresh look at aeonics, cosmogenesis, auric magic, and shadow time, as well as the technical aspects of spells and equations. I love when people get technical about magic and things like that, so this is going to be fun. Originally published by Wiser Books in 1992, this new edition is substantially revised and updated. It includes new, previously unpublished material, so quite excited for this one. So I'm just, I want to jump in and like, what do they have in here? So there is some illustration. Okay, so there is some illustration. Oh, look at this! Like, ooh, they have multiple. Here, let me show you the picture. This is interesting. If you can make this out, right? That's art. So it's a couple of the illustrations, not very many in here. But that's an interesting one. Chaos Mathematics. Okay, I'm really looking forward to reading this book. Anyway, know this is coming. I think I'll start with this one. So that's Barnes & Noble. Took a little trip over to Five Below to get phone stuff. Like I needed a, what do you call it? I just took it out the packaging. One of those wireless pads or something to recharge your phone, chargers. So I'm going to give that a try. And I'm a budgetnista, so I'm not going to spend a lot of money. So I got this there, and I was a little book of self-care, self-Reiki, Tune into Your Life Force to Achieve Harmony and Balance by Jasmine Hersano. So I thought this one might be a good book for me. So Reiki promotes inner balance and natural healing to alleviate pain, stress, anxiety, and more. Discover how to tune into your internal life force with more than 40 step-by-step self-Reiki practices you can do yourself anytime, anywhere. Use a variety of practical meditation, mindfulness, and breathwork focused Reiki exercises to connect with universal energy. Share its power through your hands to identify and clear physical, emotional, and spiritual blockages, encouraging a healthy flow of energy throughout your entire being. Bring peace, radiance, and balance to every area of your life with self-Reiki. So, really looking forward to getting into this. If you didn't know, I actually took a course, and I am also a Reiki master, or I don't know if I like the term. Yeah, that's what and teacher, Reiki master teacher. Yeah, that's the right thing. I would say. And I definitely thought this would be, and a recent one, by the way. This is a recent thing that I've done. And I'm quite happy to try it. I've already been working more on distance Reiki healing. And I've been practicing because once you're done and you get the certificate, which I have, and I will have to go get some frames. And I'm going to go ahead and put those on the walls behind me as well with these fun stuff. But yes, yeah, this witch is certified. And I thought this would be great for me to also do more for myself as well. This is a really well laid out book, by the way. They have a lot of different sections. Like, oh, I love that they have illustrations as well throughout the book. Like, check this out. Achieve focus and clarity. Look at this. Like, I love a good illustration. It helps. Look at this. And they're inclusive. Look at that. And that said full treatment. Let me see. 5 elements. Benefits of Reiki. I mean, I already have Reiki books, but I do like that. Unblock your energy. Okay, so I'm quite excited to get into this as well. This is going to be nice to just kind of keep coming back to. Dry bathing for energy cleansing. Totally like this as well. Okay, this exercise consists of 6 very swift brushing movements, each accompanied by a short in-breath through the nose. Use it when you feel tired or depleted before a stressful event, such as an interview, and before and after you connect or share Reiki. I like that a lot. So those are the books that I received, and I'm very very excited about these purchases. Like it, I was. Let me tell you, I was in Barnes and Noble for so long, and I was there like in a daytime, early part of the day, like on a weekday. So that's the best time to go. It was thriving. There were a lot of people there, but I realized probably more like probably retirees and stuff. And most of them were kind of sitting down, minding their business. So it was a very pleasant experience because it's not like I had to worry about too many people. So I was able to linger in the well, now Barnes and Noble calls it self transformation section, not witchcraft section, although like the little labels on the shelf say it, but the larger heading says self transformation, which I think is fine. I was in that section and I just lingered. I kind of went top of the shelf, went down, read books, put them back. And then I started, having a bunch. Now, one thing that I'm a little disappointed about is they keep all the tarot and oracle cards behind the counter. So there's no way you can really look. I mean, you could stand there over the count, with the count between, the cashier. But if there's people in line and you're just standing there, people, it gets awkward. Also, you might be in a way. So depending on which cashier is open. So I don't know what that's about. I think maybe people were probably taking them and that's not nice. But I think that might be the issue. There's two Barnes and Noble I kind of go back and forth to. They're both, one's a little bit further, but I like it a little better. I like the crowd better. One is near a mall. And that's a whole logistical thing. But I noticed it was the tarot oracle cards, and I just noticed that it seemed like at one point the sections were getting smaller, the self-transformation section, but I don't know, it feels like it's growing a little bit more now. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that. I think these companies wanted to believe that witchcraft was a trend that might die out, and then they realized it in fact is not. It's not dying out. Does it bother anybody that witchcraft is trendy? It doesn't bother me. It makes my life easier. It means that I don't have to worry too much about someone, attacking me for being a witch or calling myself a witch. No, that's not true. I mean, I can still get attacked, but they, they're people won't be coming for me with pitchforks anytime soon is my point. I hope not. I don't know, but the way this world is going in this country, I can't tell anymore. But for now, I think I'm safe. And I can go into a store and buy cool books like this with, cute people on the cover. And, I can have this channel and stuff like that. So, and people don't have to look as hard, including myself, to find others or other sources of information about witchcraft. It gets people used to the idea. Exactly. And I like that. I don't think that's a bad thing. When I hear other witches say, oh, it's trendy and, that's why they want to do it. And it's like, there's such like negativity about it. They have like this attitude about it. I'm like, well, what are you really mad at? That people are interested? Yeah. I've had this conversation, by the way. Yeah, but it's only for a little bit of time. They're not really committed. And it's like, okay. And it's okay. Some people, it's a time and a season, but don't be so quick to believe that just because a person says, oh yeah, I don't do that anymore. I was really into it, but I got over it. Some of those principles stayed with them. Some people run from it because they do discover things and it scares them. I try to keep that in mind when I work with people. It's not scary. I did a lot of work, so it wasn't scary to me. But once upon a time, some of these things were terrifying to me. I tried to act like it wasn't, but I was really freaked out. If a spell worked, I kind of got creeped out about it. Because I was like, wait, this is real. Not in an excited way, in a terrified way. I've come a long way. So I definitely I can identify with some of these people who kind of come in and then they leave because it's like, ooh, that got a little too spooky. Hold space for them. For some of us who are a little bit more well-versed, a little bit, we know a little bit more about this witchcraft thing, hold space because people sometimes come back. I was kind of in the early stages. I wouldn't even in the very early stage. I would say in and out, more like just ignorant and trying to get a little bit more knowledge. Got freaked out and backed away. Came in, got a little bit more, and got freaked out again. More like that. Um, but I remember when I absolutely know that I could no longer call myself Christian. I wasn't Christian anymore. I had never been Muslim or did any other type of. I thought I might be interested in Buddhism, but I never followed with it, and it just. I took a world religion course in college, and this is when I went back to college, not like when I was like the first go around. This is once I had already had my kids, and I was going back to work on an English degree. I had ideas about publishing books and becoming maybe a professor, so I was prepared to get like all these letters behind my name. And I don't know, sometimes I still kind of see that a little bit. The thing is, it costs so much money to pursue higher education right now. And I don't want to, I still have student loans. I have student loans, especially after that last stint. So I'm like, I don't know if I can afford to keep up with this. Like, I'm getting older. Like, I know debt is inevitable. I mean, maybe for some people it's like, oh, I'm debt free. Like, I don't know about that, but for most of us, debt is part of the experience here on earth, unfortunately. I don't want to increase it too much more. I still owe tens of thousands back. So yeah, yeah. But I don't know. Right now, I'll do this kind of learning and learn on some things. And I'm always down to take a course. So a course that might result in like some sort of certificate. I'm always good for that and ready to do something like that. So I stay learning that way. So that is pretty much it. I did this early today because I'm going to a tarot convention. I'm really, really excited. So I'm going there. I got my witchy shirt on. And I have like all this other stuff I'm going to wear too. Kind of excited. I purposely waited to put my lipstick on, but I have my makeup all done. I got my blue hair, so I'm giving very, eccentric. That's what I want. An eccentric witch. But yeah, I'll be going with my coven sister, and it's gonna be so fun. We haven't really hung out like outside before, so she's just moved near me, so we're gonna do that, and I'll take pictures. And there is like what is the name? I'm trying to remember who it is that's gonna be there. That y'all, Inked Goddess Creations. They're gonna be there. As well. Their online witchcraft store. So it's like a couple other bigger names, Sixth Sense Energy Imaging. So there's like a lot of different like people there. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting. I'm really excited. And like I said, I will, thank you, Gemstones. I will share what I can. I don't know, I'm kind of geeked up about it right now. I need to calm down because I have to get there. It's probably just under 2 hours. I'm going to Tucson, so we shall see. I'm very excited about this. Yeah, and it's late, so it's like late in the evening, this convention. It's not like during the early part of the day. So that makes it even more fun. So to sort of recap what I have here, the psychic workbook. I'm really looking forward to working in this. This chaos magic book as well by Peter J. Carroll. He's supposed to be like really versed in the topic, so I'm very much looking forward to this. The Witch's Way to Wealth. Can't wait to get into this book by Jesse De Silva. We have this I got from Five Below, but it's really interesting to me. Self Reiki. That is something I haven't decided to offer because I'm still in the place of I'm still kind of just working with people with Reiki. and I'm basically doing it for free because I want to. I want to learn, so there's an exchange again. But when I feel more comfortable, especially with distance Reiki, then I can do it. I'm actually my good friend in another state is going to make it so that I can work with animals. So she has two dogs, and I want to be able to work with them as well because that's a thing. And I'd love, especially, one of her dogs is a little bit older. He gets a little cranky. And, sometimes we don't know why they're cranky or what they're feeling. And he's got, he only has 3 legs. And you wonder, does it hurt? Does he have issues? Anyway. So just to kind of help her fur baby with some stuff. So that's something we're going to set up and see if we can do. I'm also working, I want to branch out with this and work with children as well. See how much we can do. Now, children is tricky. I feel like the pets are easier, believe it or not, but children are tricky depending on the age range. So I think I'll start with someone I know who is more like late elementary age. I'll start with them, and then I want to work down to more like the preschool level. I have somebody who happens to have kids willing to let me do this. And then there's the little baby who's about 2. Perfect test audience for me to send. I mean, all I'm doing is sending intentional energy, but distance wise. So we're looking, she would love this, their mother, and I would love to practice. So again, we have that exchange. And then this is the other book, Signs and Symbols of the World. This will just be a fun reference for me. I think this will be great for when I see certain imageries in a dream, and I know it's something, I just, you forget, what does that mean? What does that stand for? So that'll be really helpful to me as well. We know about ravens, but that sort of stuff. Sometimes it's good to have that information. If I start dreaming about coyotes, one I would know is something about the Southwest because I'm in a place where coyotes is a very real thing. So that, and then this really pretty book, The Witch of the Forest Guide to Natural Magic. Discover Your Magic, Connect with Your Inner and Outer World by Lindsay Squire. And there's cool illustrations in this book, which I'm now realizing I want to rip out and put in my own book of shadows. So these are about the new moon rituals, first quarter focus. Look at this, first quarter focus. I didn't look at that before. Waxing gibbous. Anyway, but yeah, cool book. So that is that. So also early on, I mentioned that I was going to change up things a little bit here and going live on Fridays because I used to do that a while ago, and then my life changed. So it's changed again, and Friday seems like it makes more sense than Saturday, especially because I am writing. I am writing again, and it feels good to be being me. This is what I profess deep down I really want to do, and I'm doing it. So that's one. I'm excited. And the way I want to, I've been structuring my days, it just makes more sense. And also, and I'm taking my writing serious, my full-time work. So, well, full-time, yeah, as my work. And Saturday, because of that, with Saturday, I still work with clients, and I'm not able to have, I have a hard stop because I've still got to do certain things I need to do on Saturday, or I might be invited to do. And I don't want to constantly keep having to cancel or rearrange this live. So Friday just seems to make more sense. I'm trying to decide which is better, later or earlier. I think I used to do it 12 p.m. Yeah, I used to start my lives Pacific time about 12 o'clock. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying, I got to figure this out. But I will, let everybody know because I want people to find me and I want to keep doing this. But yes, I think I'll do that. I'm trying to decide early. I really got to think about this. If y'all are watching this, can y'all let me know if you prefer earlier or later on a Friday, earlier in the day? It's nothing either way for me to do it. I don't know, nighttime. I'm good with that too. A late night, set up a late night vibe. I'm cool with that. Earlier is better for you, gemstones. Okay, cool. Good. Okay. I was thinking about you when I said, I was like, wait, she's in another country, so later isn't good for her. So earlier, yeah. Earlier makes sense. Makes sense for me a little bit too. Yeah, I'm fresh in the morning. So, yeah. All right, well, I'm going to go because they're coming to get me, my friends, soon. And I want to pack up my little bag. I'm going to bring a little canvas bag in case I buy some goodies, because of course I'm going to buy stuff. And make sure all my phones are charged properly so I can hit the road. So thank y'all for watching, Gemstones. Thank you so much for interacting with me and answering my questions. I needed that information. You were the soul. Your answer is going to resolve all this for me, so I'm going earlier. Thank you. You too. All right. Bye. Thanks. Oh, like, subscribe, share, all that stuff we do here on YouTube. All right. Bye.